What's up, metalheads? Today's band comes from Finland. It's a very new band, and this release actually got out in mid August 2017. This one is called Funeralglade, and may the funeral begin. So, here we have this copy sent for review. Let's take a look what this actually holds inside. Here we have this kind of a mini CD back sheet of the CD version of this album. Here is the very atmospheric CD image here. And here we have this obviously booklet. And on the back side we have these young men line up. Teenagers as they are, this is, in my opinion, in my knowledge, their first release. So I don't know what's up with this purple color, but it's the chosen thing here. This is very simple, minimalistic idea. Just lyrics, no photos, and it's pretty much kind of a reason to this, I guess, is that this is kind of a self-financed thing through Inverse Records. So this is famous for kind of deals for new bands, even older ones, that you pay, they deliver. So it's not a typical record contract label in that sense. But that's enough for the label at this point, and let's take a look at this music. Now, Funeralglade is one of the bands that are, with this album at least, kind of experimenting with different genres. Let's take a little bit of melodic metal, take death metal, take some metalcore, more modern stuff like gent and stuff, and you get this vague idea what this band is basically all about. Now the thing is that melodic metal, and especially melodic death metal or death metal, has kind of changed throughout the years, but nevertheless this kind of a metal which is based or built on melodic guitar work kind of never goes out of fashion in a way. It just kind of sheds its skin again and again. Now, there's nothing wrong when you are having genius ideas of guitar melodies and you actually manage to do perfect riffs or great choruses and all that stuff. That's when melodic metal is really, really great. But when you have more or less kind of recycled ideas or just some poor second grade melodies which are just there to fill the gaps, then it's not that good idea. And that's what exactly happening with this album. The thing is that some points this album sounds like, yeah, let's play kind of a traditional doom death metal or death metal with mid-tempo. And it's kind of like, yeah, you're slowly getting there. And then it's kind of like abruptly, filled with some melodies which are not that good, really. They are hardly even mediocre. They're like kind of like, dudes, are you totally sure that this is the way you want to go? Now, when these different ideas are thrown back and forth, this whole album starts to feel like not only awkward, but just like a bad way to create this kind of a melodic doom death hybrid metalcore gent whatever. The thing is that these guys are actually having a long demo on a CD, which then again turns out a album. And this album is not, for these many reasons, it's not something pleasant for your ear channels to, make an enjoyable day with music. Whilst the kind of a production on this album is quite okay-ish, and the rolling vocals, be typical as they are doing their work just okay. The overall feeling is just something that this album feels like a waste of time. I am not trying to say that all these, riffs and ideas on this album are totally crap, but they are more on the bad side than on the good side. Even more on the bad side than, having an average album with some good and bad things. The thing is that this is something that should have been out as a demo, kind of a demo looking for more feedback from labels or, I don't know, review places, websites, magazines, even YouTube channels or whatever, rather than put out as an album. It's really hard for me to recommend this one to anybody because this is not something that is actually worth listening. Give it a song or two for a go and you might get the idea why this is just something you probably want to skip rather than enjoy. Anyway, this is my opinion. Should you have any comments, disagree, agree, or whatever, just drop your comments on the box below and let's get the conversation going. As always, more stuff coming your way, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it so far. More stuff coming your way soon, so stay metal until that time. See ya!